we're looking at the out of Africa theory. All right, so let's look at it in some detail. The theory states that Africa is the cradle of humankind. The theory suggests that Homo sapiens originated in Africa and then spread to the rest of the world through migration. Migrations would have resulted as humans moved to more favorable regions, usually following food sources. Tools, clothing, and home building would have allowed them to exploit many new environments. And these early humans probably competed with the existing hominid populations and outcompeted them and therefore replaced them. If you have a look at this map, it shows us that according to this out of Africa theory, the hominids evolved in Africa, moved upwards into Europe, moved across Europe through Asia, and down into the Indonesian islands, to Australia, across the seas to New Zealand, and across the land bridge that existed between modern-day Russia and Alaska into the Americas. And you can see that walking and paddling your canoe, you could have got anywhere in the world. And that is what the out of Africa theory proposes. And it's not just a theory that someone has proposed, there is a huge amount of evidence. For example, the Blombos cave evidence. Homo sapiens possessed a higher level of technology and skills which enabled them to adapt better to the environment and, as we said earlier, outcompete similar hominid populations. The evidence for the theory is not simply from fossil studies, but more importantly and more convincingly from molecular studies and genetics. Small amounts of DNA are found in the mitochondria of cells. Mitochondria are inherited only from the mother, which allows a tracing of a direct genetic line. Mitochondrial DNA also doesn't recombine. The process of recombination in nuclear DNA mixes sections of DNA from the mother and the father, creating a rather garbled genetic history, but this is not the case with mitochondrial DNA. Mitochondrial DNA can be traced backwards, and in this way, the earliest humans can be traced to a particular spot on the Earth. By studying mitochondrial DNA between human populations, scientists have shown that the DNA of the indigenous people of Africa is the oldest human DNA in the world. And this suggests that modern humans all derived from ancestors which came out of Africa. There was no one woman called Eve. Sometimes this theory is known as mitochondrial Eve. This is just a way of describing the concept of an earliest common ancestor. And a further form of genetic evidence comes from studying and tracing mutations in human DNA and seeing which populations have ancient mutations, tracing the mutations backwards in lineage. All of these studies at a molecular level confirm the out of Africa theory. A competing theory is the multi-regional theory, which suggests that modern humans evolved simultaneously from ancient hominids in different locations all over the world. And I hope that our studies in speciation and natural selection help you to understand that this is an unreasonable theory. The selection pressures in different environments all over the world could never have produced simultaneously the genetically identical humans a number of times over. And so that is why we find that most of the evidence supports the out of Africa theory. And Matrix, that brings us to the end of our 40th lesson. I have really enjoyed spending my time with you in the afternoons and sharing some of my passion and excitement in the subject or for the subject of life sciences with you. And so it remains for me to wish you the greatest success as you study towards your final exams. Remember, you need to work hard, you need to focus on your studies, study with a pen in your hand, write a lot, read a lot, go over past papers, but good luck. I'm sure that you're going to do extremely well, and you're going to emerge with flying colours in life sciences. That brings us to the end of what we have for today. So goodbye.